we do not have not one single community in America. All we got are black neighborhoods, and everybody else got communities. You cannot, Rock, be a competitive group with neighborhoods. You got to have communities. And every group coming to America, the first thing they do in the West Coast, the Japanese, Asian, the Arabs, anybody, they say first thing we're going to do is build communities. We're going to find somebody that look like us, build us a community. So you got Arab towns, Korea towns, China towns, Japan towns, little Saigons, you got little Havanas, little Hialeahs, you got little Italy, you got Greek towns, Pole town, Hockey town, any kind of, but you never find a black town because we are integrated. And integration means you scattered and lost your power and your resources. And you cannot run a business with scattered resources. It can't be done. So you build your own communities, and a community is where you store your value, your culture, your history, your tax base, your jobs, and your employment opportunities. You store them in your own communities. That's why 98% of all these other groups, they have their own communities, spend their money with their own people. We got it backwards. We go to other people's community, we go to other people's jobs to help them. And only 2% of the blacks in America work in their own community, in their own neighborhoods for their own people and got jobs. And so you got to build these communities, then you start practicing group economics and group politics. You pull out all the parties, build your own black independent parties, move away from the Republican Party, pull out the Democratic Party, because neither one of them have your interests at heart, and create your own parties, but don't run any candidates. So we will vote for any candidate in the National Black Independent Party who will promise the most and deliver resources to black folk to correct the structural inequity we're into. And I go through politics, show you how to play the politics. Keep your money with your own people, hire your own people, practice group economics from the bottom to the top.
Absolutely. That's what we got to do. We got to do that always. We've got to try to hold on to our dollars. And where I actually don't agree with Dr. Claude, and I agree with a lot of his ideology, but where I don't agree with Dr. Claude is how the money circulates. And I realize a lot of the stuff that he said was years and years ago. I don't believe our dollars ever really circulated in our community, at least not recently. Maybe back in the day. What up, fam? What up, fam? I'm only in here for a quick minute. This is just a quick Freedman Friday slide through, and you'll understand why I'm calling it the slide through. So what's good with you? I'm actually going to go ahead and come on up. And, I'm in here for a quick minute, And I definitely want to thank everybody that's been checking out the content. We're here at the end of the month. I haven't done any type of analytics to see how many streams I actually broke down, what my views were across the formats. I've really just been trying to get my feet back up under me on this thing because I'm going a couple different directions. So I appreciate everybody that checked out September's content. We look to have more in October. We look to have more in November. We look to have more in December. Been building with some new folks. I'll be at some new platforms. I'll be sending out some shares so you can subscribe to some of these different platforms, because there's going to be a lot more content out there where, I'm trying to bring people to my folks, and I'm trying to go where people's folks are, because these messages are not the messages of the mainstream, and they'll never be the messages of the mainstream, but they are the messages of our people out there. So if you're checking this stream out on purpose, I know some people come in and dip in, but if you're checking this stream out on purpose, please like the video right now. If you're checking the stream out on purpose, please like the video. If you're checking it out on accident, like the video. Y'all thought it was going to be something different. If you just scrolling through and you ain't going to stay, just like the video. But the first slide that I put up today is, come on, black coach. Come on, black coach, because I'm rooting for all black coaches. I'm rooting for all black coaches, little league black coaches, high school black coaches, college black coaches, professional black coaches. I'm rooting for all black coaches, and I ain't just talking about football. I'm talking about any sport, any team sport, any individual sport, any individual club. If you coach debating team, I'm rooting for you. If you coaching the chess team, I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for everybody black. Now, it don't mean that I ain't rooting for everybody white, but I have a special place with black coaches because I'm a black coach. So I'm saying, come on, black coach. I know it's Friday night and it's going to be Friday night lights in just a few hours. So to all the black football coaches out there tonight, I need y'all to do your thing. All of you ain't going to win. I get it. All of you ain't going to win. But you know what you can do out here. You not only can be a good coach, you can be a good leader, you can be a good father figure. Hey, there's some women football coaches out there. Be a good mama figure. But I need the black coaches to do the do this weekend, just like I need them to do the do every other day. But we got Friday night lights. Tomorrow will be college football. Sunday will be NFL. I need all the football coaches that are black this weekend to show up and show out. Show up and show out. Every other day, I need every other black coach, whether you male or female, to show up and show out. Because somebody's gunning for your job. Why? Because you're a black coach. There ain't a black coach that's safe out here, ever. And you need to understand that. If you don't believe me, go ask Mel Tucker. Go ask Melly Mel. Okay? But let's get to it. It's Freedmen Friday, and we on the slide through. Let's hit that first slide. Yeah, Tim Scott, I don't think he's going to be president. He definitely ain't going to get no votes from no UAW workers. What the fuck is wrong with Tim? UAW workers. UAW files labor complaint against Senator Tim Scott. You're done, Tim. Senator Gums, you're done. You strike, you're fired. Really? Get them their money then, Tim. They won't have to worry about striking no longer. You obviously didn't help and you didn't prevent the strike. Now they out there striking. Get them their money. What they want, 46 an hour? Run them their bread, nigga. You better run them their bread so you can get a couple of percentage points on your shit because you so far behind. I think you behind Vaswamy, Rakaswamy, or Ramen Noodles, whatever his name is. He ain't even caught up to him. Dumbass. What else we got? We ain't got to spend no time with Senator Gums. Oh, Joe Biden. Another gaffe. I ain't talking about the LL Cool J thing. We already know that might have not been a gaffe. I think Joe Biden called LL Cool J boy just because he calls a lot of black people boy. Joe didn't make no mistake. I don't know why they tried to jump all over Joe about calling LL Cool J a boy. Joe meant that shit. He said that boy got biceps like shit. He said that shit full-throated. That boy got biceps. He know damn well. Dr. Cynthia, what's good with you today? What up, light skin in the house? Tim is not truthful. He's toothful. I didn't make it up. I heard it. Man, you're supposed to own that joke. Until we got to prove you a plagiarist, you were supposed to own that. You were supposed to sit on that joke. He's not truthful. He's toothful. Nah, I ain't going to talk about Gummy Scott. I ain't going to talk about Gummy Scott up in here today. But yeah, Joe had another slip up. Joe said the Congressional Black Caucus when he was addressing the Hispanic caucus. Oh, yeah, he's in hot water with the Latinos. No hot tamales for Joe Biden. No hot tamales for Joe Biden. He said Congressional Black Caucus when he was talking to the Hispanic caucus. That shit had to be funny. He was probably like, you niggas. And they was like, whoa, 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 whoa. He's like, oh, I meant El Negro. El Negro. That shit had to be funny. Man, that had to be funny because they probably said Congressional Black Caucus. He ain't talking to us. You ain't talking about us. We ain't no mocha chocolates. Yeah, they got hot at Joe, the Hispanic caucus. That's okay. That's okay. Because when he came to Michigan, this is what he got. Look at the brother. Look at the brother to the far left, listening to Joe talk. Look at the brother to the far left. He wasn't having that shit. He wasn't having that shit at all. He was like, man, what you talking about, Joe? What you talking about? We know you full of shit. We know you full of shit. Joe came to Michigan and stood on the picket line with the workers, but the brother wasn't having it. He knew Joe was full of shit. And the lady in the middle, she's just like, I got a nail appointment at 3. I got to get up out of here. But the brother wasn't having it. Yeah, I loved it. I loved it. What else we got? Oh, yeah, here you go. This was about to arrest y'all. This is coming to a sidewalk near you. This big ass robot police officer. He can take pictures, get facial recognition. They can size you up. Oh, yeah. It's a full all out police robot. Wait till it puts them robotic paws on you. It's a full out police robot. Yes. It's about to happen. Joe is not fit for service. His cognitive decline is very noticeable. Absolutely. He done fucked around and called them Latino niggas black folks. He done said, look, you Congressional Black Caucus. And they was like, whoa, this is this is a Hispanic caucus. And Joe was like, oh man, adios amigo. Andale. But yeah, man, this right here, this is on its way. This is on its way to a major metropolitan city. If they got it in New York, you can imagine it's going to be in California in due time and any other major metropolitan city. It can take pictures. It can send them right to the police station, does facial recognition. It can size you up physically, tell you basically how much you weigh, takes pictures of you, let you know what you're wearing. Oh, yeah. It'll have your whole slate doing that facial recognition. And guess how many people it's going to get wrong? Half of them, at least. And this is the real kicker. This is the real kicker. They can run this for about $9 an hour. They can run a police robot for about $9 an hour. That's a significant decrease in what a police officer makes per hour. I know police officers don't make that much, but $9 an hour? Yeah. They about to be paying robots grocery packers and stock boy and stock girl prices and shit. Police officers. Yeah. You about to get arrested by a robot that makes $9 an hour. I mean, y'all been getting arrested by robots that make $20 an hour, but what's the difference? What's next? This actually made me feel good. If y'all in here, like this video, man. Like this video. If y'all in here, I know some of y'all don't stuck around. Like the video. Like the video. Send it into your algorithm. Don't make me get to being a stalker. Smash up the likes. Smash up the likes. This right here pleased my heart. That boy that hit Travis Hunter a few weeks ago. He went to Colorado's campus and met up with Travis Hunter, and they literally broke bread. I love to see that. I love, what's his name? Henry Blackburn. Yeah, he met up with Travis Hunter. They kicked it, had a little interview session and whatnot. So it was a real good thing. It was a real good thing to see them actually, because they've been saying it online. They've been saying it online, but they actually met in person. And Travis had already forgiven him because he said it wasn't a dirty hit. Once you see the actual hit, it wasn't a dirty hit. I felt it was dirty-ish because he didn't have to hit him, but it was a football play. He wasn't a dirty hit. He didn't target him and didn't hit him with his helmet. He just hit the kid, even though he knew Travis didn't catch that ball, and he probably could have left it out, but it was a football play, and it happens in football. So I got it. I won't be surprised if Joe says the N-word at a press conference. Oh, it's coming. It's coming. He's going to go all the way down. He's going to go all the way down. They'll be like, Joe, we need you to talk about the NAACP. Oh, yeah, the niggas. The niggas. That's like, we got to talk about the niggas. Joe going to be saying that shit pretty soon. The Congressional Black and Brown Caucus. Well, it wasn't the Black and Brown Caucus that day. It was just the Brown Caucus, and they didn't appreciate that shit. He called them the Congressional Black Caucus. They were like, whoa. Arriba. What's going on here? We here. Thanks for going live. Folks, hit the like, share, and subscribe to the fire content. Appreciate you, Kai Stone. You always coming in so complimentary. I appreciate you. But yeah, this pleased my heart, man. Travis Hunter making peace with the dude that put him out for a couple weeks, Henry Blackburn. Henry Blackburn being a soldier, coming up to the campus, being a man about his shit. I've got to respect that. I've got to respect it. Anybody that says anything different, you just a hoe. You just a hoe ass motherfucker. Anyways, this right here, speaking of hoe ass motherfuckers, Bayard Rustin, back in 86, I saw this watching somebody else's podcast. Y'all might have seen the same podcast, but I saw this shit and I was like, this is the dude that used to rock with Martin Luther King. This is the dude who King really backed up and put on back in the day. But he was always suspect in the black community. He was always suspect. And I know people didn't like the fact that he was gay back in the day, but he was what he was. But I don't like him now. It's 2023, and I don't like what the fuck he said in 1986. Today, blacks are no longer the litmus paper or the barometer of social change. Blacks are in every segment of society, and there are laws that help protect them from racial discrimination. Where? Where are the laws at? There are no ethnic intimidation laws. There are no racial profiling laws. What happened to the George Floyd policing bill? There's no anti-black hate bills. But anyway, it is in the sense that gay people, what? Are now the new barometer for social change. The question for social change should be framed with the most vulnerable group in mind, gay people. Man, fuck you, Baynard Rustin. I can't even believe you came like this almost 20 years after Martin had got gunned down. You wouldn't have said that shit if Martin had been living. He said that shit full-throated. Well, maybe his throat wasn't full, but I ain't gonna even go there. Yes. Too much audacity. They're the most vulnerable group? Really? Okay, so if black people aren't the most vulnerable group in America and gay people are, what's a black gay person? Motherfucker. Bayard was a leftist and all he sought was sexual access to white men. Ding, 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 ding. Can't deny that. Hey, let's go back in time. Way back in time. November 8th, 2016. California's Kamala Harris becomes the first Indian American U.S. Senator. Y'all remember that? Back in 16, she became California's first Indian American senator. And then just 4 short years later, she was able to become the first black woman VP. How'd he do that there? How'd he do that there? Boy, y'all felt for the grift of a lifetime. Well, the second grift of a lifetime. Barack was the first grift of a lifetime. Then y'all fell for the second grift of a lifetime. I'm telling you, Kamala just came out and just gave y'all the ski-wee.
Chased by KA sign, wanted by the stigmas, now the Q's want to try. They want some ski-wee, 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 ski-wee.
Yeah. She came out and became the first Indian American U.S. Senator. And 4 years later, she became the first black woman VP. How you do that there? Don't talk about my mama. Hey, man, the light skin's going to catch you for about the next 3-4 minutes. The light skin's got to catch all this heat, starting with Kamala. All right. But here's something good to talk about. Back in 1986, Baynard Rustin pissed me off in 1986, so I had to go find something else from 1986. This was the legendary late John Conyers with the legendary late Rosa Parks. 2 light-skinned folks that did good in the hood. 2 light-skinned folks that did good in the hood. Guess what they was out there doing in 1986? They was boycotting GM. You see how far we've come, folks? 1986, the legendary John Conyers and Rosa Parks out on the pavement picketing. And in 2023, Joe Biden done came to Michigan, and guess what? We still picketing. We still picketing. Ain't shit changed. Kamala was sitting there lying to Quavo about her family marching for civil rights back in the day. Yeah, and he was too dumb to even know that she was lying. Quavo didn't understand shit. He didn't even know what she was talking about. Knowing damn well her folks did not march in no damn civil rights marches. Only reason that people like that got in them marches was to get access to the benefits. March with us, we'll make sure we take you down to the offices and get you some resources. That's why all them immigrants was messing with us back in the day. And they just kept grifting and kept grifting and kept grifting. And she done grifted her way all the way to the White House, damn near. Her family probably can't even give civil rights history. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Even her daddy said he wasn't like that type of Jamaican. He was one of them. He was a white Jamaican. He probably likes reggaeton. He probably doesn't even really like real reggae music. He probably likes reggaeton. Yeah, fuck her. But yeah, this was something I had to bring up for 1986. John Conyers and Rosa Parks out on the picket lines, picketing GM. 2023, people still picketing GM. 37 years later, ain't a damn thing changed. Like I said, ain't a damn thing changed. We had hoes back then, now we got hoes today. Sexy Red launching a lip gloss line inspired by the lyrics from her song Pound Town. They will have flavors coochie pink, booty hole brown, sex on my period, gonorrhea, nut, and yellow discharge. Really? Really? And you know she's got major clout right now. Sexy Red's got major clout right now. She got so much clout right now, it's actually dangerous. She's at these football games, these sporting events, and different things like that, and they welcoming her in, like to the locker rooms, to the red carpet level, to the VIP suites, excuse me. She's horrible for the culture, but that's the culture. Poverty among whites, 21% versus 29% among blacks. Yeah, you're right. She nasty. She's so nasty. I'm so glad this wasn't a close-up picture of her, because she got the nerve to have a lip gloss called gonorrhea. Girl, we seen that thing on your lip. We seen that thing on your lip. We know what's going on there, Sexy Red. You got that thing on your lip. You should have probably left out gonorrhea off your flavors. Yeah, we don't need all that. Anyway, moving on. We can't keep her. There's an expression of deviation. I could keep that up here right here now, Sister Cynthia. Man, I remember when my daughters used to like, Ariana Grande when she was a little white girl. And now she not. Ariana Grande used to look like Ariel from The Little Mermaid. Now she actually looks like Ariel from The Little Mermaid. The whites hate that shit. The whites hate that shit. Yeah, she used to look like Ariel from The Little Mermaid, and then they fucked around and made Ariel from The Little Mermaid look like her. But that's crazy. Look at the metamorphosis. She done had a nose job and all that stuff. Po thing. It's all good. Like I said, it's an expression of deviation. All right. I got a stat here before we close it out. I ain't gonna stay here long. I just want to do a quick rapid fire. See how I can do. I want to go listen back to the playback because I got some other things. If this rapid fire goes right and it sounds right, I got some other stuff that I want to start adding in between it, because I ain't been in here but about 23 minutes, probably about 17 minutes worth of content. No, a little bit longer than that, because Dr. Claude was only about Dr. Claude, he 2 minutes. So yeah, we good. We good. I was able to get this cooking and basically about 22 and a half minutes. So I got a couple of different things left. Blackfish and Ariana. Yeah, she's a black mermaid now. They don't really like that either. They don't really like that. So this stat right here, in the 1960s, 40% of blacks had their own businesses. 40% across the country. 87% of black families were two-parent. Today, less than 7% of black folks own their own business. We talking about real businesses, not just the mom and popper. We talking about something where they got employees and they feeding folks. Not just the mom and popper, not just the home-based business. No slight on mom and pops, no slight on home-based business. But I'm talking about businesses that were actually fruitful in our communities, and they they hired and people, you know, and they really putting people in play. So we went from 87% of two-parented households to now we're only at 25% of two-parented households. What's done happened to us, y'all? You hear me? What's done happened to us? I tell you what's done happened to us. We done lost our pride in this thing, man. We done lost our pride in this thing. We'd rather be consumers versus being sellers. You know, we'd rather be the people off the street to buy the products versus being the proprietor of businesses. What's wrong with owning your own ship? I don't get it. Where did you get those statistics? You know what? I got it off of a meme that was like talking about Black families, our histories, and this, that, and the other. And I just took the verbiage. It had a lot of different families in there, different makeups. I'll have to go find it, but I'll get it back. I'll get it to you. My grandparents used to own a gas station back then. That's what I'm talking about. They owned a gas station, had somebody working inside the gas station, had somebody pumping gas, probably had a garage on the side. They had a mechanic and everything. Always employed Blacks in our community. That's what we gotta do. That brother that just came home from jail, that sister that just came home from jail, we should be able to put them in play first. Because you know, once they in the system, ain't nobody gonna give them a job. Once they on probation, parole, ain't nobody gonna give them a job. If they do, they got to go to a parole-friendly place. And them parole-friendly places, yeah, they talk to you like a motherfucking dog most of the time because they know you need the job and ain't too many people gonna hire your ass. So they talk to you like a motherfucking dog. No, we need to be hiring our own people. Absolutely. That's when they came out and washed your windshield and everything. Check your oil for you, sir. Absolutely. Full service. Us doing real business out here. I got to go all the way to Detroit to find a Black-owned gas station now. It's a shame. We've lost pride in those type of businesses. We don't have to just own barbershops and car washes and little pick-me-up restaurants. We can really be doing some things out here. Why don't we own gas stations? Why don't we own grocery stores? Why don't we own fruit markets? And be employing Black folks. We don't because we ain't trying no more. We become content. So it's all good. Not really, but yeah. So let me get this up here because I want to make sure y'all remember this before I break it out. Before I break it out. Yeah. Let me go on and get this out here. Yeah, buddy. Because we just about gonna be up out this mug. We just about gonna be up out this mug. Let me throw the cones on so I can hear some things. Y'all remember this? Y'all remember this?
Sir, I'm asking you to stop. Please don't come close to me.
When this video of Amy Cooper calling 911 went viral in May,
there is an African-American man. I am in Central Park. He is recording me and threatening myself and my dog.
it fueled already heightened racial tensions in the U.S. and would end with Cooper losing her job and facing charges herself.
I'm being threatened by a man in the Ramble. Please send the cops immediately.
This morning, prosecutors say Cooper actually called 911 twice. The second time, falsely claiming she was assaulted, a detail disclosed for the first time in a Manhattan courtroom Wednesday, where Cooper was formally charged with one misdemeanor count of falsely reporting an incident.
You hear about birds. You see
Christian Cooper, who recorded the video on his phone, says the confrontation began when he asked Miss Cooper to put a leash on her dog in a bird watching area of Central Park, where they are required. When she refused, Cooper said he started to record her.
I'm going to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
Cooper describing the moment to NBC last spring.
And I'm like, whoa, okay. And I thought, well, this is definitely an attempt at racial intimidation. And I can either capitulate to it and do what she says, or I can keep doing what I'm doing.
Amy Cooper admitted there was no assault when police arrived on the scene, according to the prosecutor, who says she is now negotiating a plea deal. Cooper also issued an apology after the incident.
I sincerely and humbly apologize.
Officials say her actions that day
Apology
put
not
Christian Cooper's
not
safety
accepted.
at risk. In a statement, the district attorney said in part, "Fortunately, no one was injured or killed in the police response to Ms. Cooper's hoax." Christian Cooper is calling the case a distraction and said in a statement he remains focused on fixing policing and addressing systemic racism.
All right, Steph, you were talking about the fact that she is actually facing a misdemeanor charge. So what does that mean in terms of punishment? Are we talking jail time?
Yeah, potentially, Hoda. It carries up to a year sentence in jail time. But prosecution says they don't want her to serve jail time. Instead, they want her to attend an education program to better understand the implications of what she did.
No, they don't want to put her in Rikers Island. They put Khalif Browder in Rikers Island, and he didn't even do shit. But they don't want to put her in Rikers Island to where the cops could have showed up and blew that brother away. The cops could have showed up and blew that brother away. Hell yeah, it was a weak-ass apology. But y'all don't think I brought that up here. Y'all don't think I brought that up here just to bring that up here. Y'all know the Villager on Deck don't bring shit up here just to bring shit up here. That guy had the nerve to get mad because folks were going after her. Girl, stop jumping the shark. Right, we don't forgive that apology one bit, won't ever. They wouldn't put bruh in jail. They would have put bruh in jail if there wasn't a video. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why I'm pissed about this. That's why I'm pissed about this. Here, how you like me now? Extraordinary Burger with Christian Cooper. This nigga turned it into a bag. He turned it into a bag. Instead of pressing charges, instead of being a part of, some type of task force for abused and falsely accused black men, no, he took the National Geographic Disney bag. Look at the top, National Geographic. Look at the bottom, Disney. Extraordinary Birder. I don't know about y'all, but I didn't know he was a birder before that video. Before that woman falsely accused him. I didn't know he was an extraordinary birder. The way I was introduced to him was he was being falsely accused of attacking a white woman in Central Park with a dog. But now he done turned it into a bag. He done turned it into a bag. See, this is what happens when we don't keep our foot on the gas. She literally was trying to get that brother lit up. Police could have came out the weeds, boom, 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 boom. They wouldn't have asked no questions. Not only did he not want to press charges, not only did he berate people for coming after her, he let them pacify him with a bag. This is why I'm trying to tell y'all. If we don't start circling our wagons and getting our stuff together, come on, man. Come on, man. That's horrible. That's horrible right there. He must not know about Emmett Till. Probably not. He must be a little late to that party. What kind of shirt is that, Dr. Cynthia? What kind of shirt is that? Something tells me he would have loved jail. Oh, oh boy. Let me get to wrapping this up. In my mind. Y'all up here saying what I'm possibly thinking. I can't be up here talking like that. Y'all know if I say this stuff, y'all know I'm getting banned. YouTube will be like, huh? Huh? But yeah, man, ain't shit funny about this. Ain't shit funny about this, fam. We all carried that story with us for several weeks. And now look at him. Extraordinary birder with Christian Cooper. I wonder if they're gonna have a little preface at the beginning of the video. He became an extraordinary birder because police were called on him in Central Park when a white woman said that he was attacking her and he was just taking pictures of birds. That's how he got this gig. That should have get canceled after one episode. I can't believe he did this. This is betrayal, y'all. This is betrayal. We was literally pining for that brother. And look what he did. This is betrayal. He's not ours anymore. He's Disney's. He's National Geographic's. He's not ours anymore. Yeah, I had to lay low on me in my mind for a quick minute. You know, I laid low on it, but he back. In my mind. He back. Yeah. He probably got with the family, man. He probably got with the family. He was like, should I do it, guys? Should I do it? And they were like, yeah, do it. Do it. National Geographic, Disney. Man, he probably making a couple $100,000 a year doing this. He was taking pictures of birds. Now he's taking pictures of birds on camera. Ain't this a bitch? Some guys have all the luck. Ah, boy. Well, I'm at 36 minutes and I ain't got much more to say because I done used all my slides. But I definitely want to thank everybody that's checked in on this quick live. I'm going to get up out of here. And let me get all the way back to the coaches. Let me get all the way back to the coaches. Uh-oh. Oh, I guess you can go through the other way. See, I didn't even realize that. There we go. Black coach. Come on, man. Oh, I was hitting it too fast. My fault. There we go. This is why I don't support folks until I know more and see if the person is on code. Hey, we got to start vetting folks out here, Sister Cynthia. I thought we'd have been good there. We all saw the video. We all saw the video. We all knew what was popping off on that. And for some reason, we fell for it hook, line, and sinker. Central Park, white woman. You know, a lot of us probably had the flashback of the Central Park 5. We was thinking, I think we was thinking in the right vein. But once we found out that he wasn't really for us, we should have had to let his ass go. We should have had to let him go and just let him know.
Your ass is next.
You got to go, Christian.
And your ass is next.
Yeah, we had to get him, put him out. Because what I'm finding right now, I was actually in a Twitter space. I'll tell you, I was in a Twitter space about 4 o'clock this morning. No lie. I'm going to bring up some of that content and run it back when I do my next live. We had a really good build, man. We had a really good build. I was up because I had some troubles going on in my mind. So I went to sleep a little too earlier in the evening. And so when I woke up in the middle of the night, I just checked out to see what was popping. And there was a Twitter space going on. And I jumped in it, sat for an hour or two. And then I just decided, you know what? I might as well take a mic. And I took a mic and I did my thing. And I talked to the people and I listened to the people. And I think they out there building the right way now. You know, not that they was building the wrong way, but I think that they pretty much understand that if we don't do this and get rid of the dead weight, we ain't gonna get shit out here, y'all. You got to get rid of the dead weight. And if y'all ain't seen that dead weight stream that I did, you need to. You just oughta. You got to see that dead weight stream. And if I didn't upload it to YouTube, let me do that today. I might just do that right after I get off here. It's called getting rid of the dead weight. The best thing you can do. When y'all see the best thing you can do on YouTube, you better make sure you punch that ticket. But for all the black coaches out here, tonight we got Friday Night Lights. Tomorrow is college football. Sunday is NFL. But any black coach, any sport that's they coaching, any activity that they coaching, you know what? Black life coaches, I need y'all out here doing the thing. I need y'all out here doing the thing. Black life coaches, black training coaches. And like I said, all the teams and the squads and the clubs, anything that's got a coach attached to it, if you got black coaches out here, let's do that thing. let's show up and show out. Because I tell you what, if you don't show up and show out, your ass is about to get the hell out. One love.
You know, this revolution is filled with so many ironies, really. First, you tell us that it is manly to keep your word, right? If you are a man, you keep your word. And now all of the black people in this country are demanding, and even the black people in the whole world are demanding, is that you keep your word. You told us we were free. Well, then show us that we're free. You told us that there is justice, equality for all in this country. Well, then stick to your word and let us see the justice and equality for all. Or else admit to us that you're not a man, you're a woman, you're afraid of us, you're afraid to give us equal stand. You're afraid that if you give us equal ground, that we will match you and we will override you.
But the milk biscuits, I enjoy it.
Chased by KSI, wanted by the stigma, got accused, wanna try, they want some ski week, ski week, ski week, ski week, ski week.